Good afternoon, Roger Kube with Fairway Mortgage. As you can see, I'm enjoying myself here on the beach today, but I wanted to break away from some fun to give you some information that may be valuable moving forward. I get questions sometimes related to appraisals and whether or not an appraisal sticks to the property or whether or not a new appraisal can be done on that same property with a different buyer. So I want to give some clarification to this issue, and it does matter depending on the loan program. So first off, on a VA mortgage, a VA appraisal for a VA mortgage is not transferable, does not stick with the property, it sticks with the buyer or the borrower. So let's say, for example, one of my VA clients has an appraisal done, but the value comes in short and the buyer withdraws from the contract. That VA appraisal does not stick with the property. If another VA buyer goes under contract on that same property, a new appraisal will be done. Now, if that buyer just moves simply from one lender to another lender during the transaction, then that appraisal does stick with that same buyer. FHA is a little bit different. FHA appraisals stick with the property for 120 days after that appraisal report's completed. So let's say, for example, you have a borrower who applies for an FHA mortgage, has an FHA appraisal completed, and that the value comes in at the contract price, but let's say that the buyer backs out for some reason. That appraisal will be sticking with that property for 120 days after that appraisal is completed. So if a new buyer comes to buy that property and they utilize an FHA mortgage within 120 days, that appraisal will have to be used and it'll be transferred from the previous lender to the new lender. On conventional loan programs, while it is allowable for, in certain circumstances, for an appraisal to be transferred from one lender to another lender, typically it doesn't happen. For the most part, for a conventional loan, the appraisal sticks with the buyer only. And if a new buyer comes in on that same property due to the previous buyer withdrawing, that new buyer has to get their own conventional loan appraisal. I hope this provides some clarification. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, 619-701-4027. If I don't answer, that means I'm in the ocean. Talk to you soon.